Again, you lovely, lovely people out there. This is John here with my thought for the day. I thought I was mad. I watched a video yesterday. It's a series of videos of catastrophes and bad choices made by an American. Oh my goodness, not another American behaving badly. This American has gone back to America and he's only there temporarily while he calms down and he waits to come back and appear in court here for some reason. One of his past discrepancies in his life, one that he thinks he's going to end up the winner. We wish him luck. But this young gentleman, I'll say young gentleman, he looks like he's on steroids for a while, and I think his brain is becoming a little bit deranged, I think. He's bought himself a bit of trouble. He doesn't clearly understand you cannot, with the income that he has, you cannot reproduce America here in the Philippines and expect to do it cheaply. He built a house for his beloved and his extended new family. And his family have got an extended family. And he clearly has rubbed them up the wrong way. He's found himself in all kinds of drama, which you would do if you don't see eye to eye with the rest of the family. After all, the family thought they'd won the lottery when he came along. And yes, I'm sure he can be very charming if he wants to be, but he also has a very short fuse. And therefore, he finds it difficult to balance sanity with common sense. This young man, as we'll call him, probably close to his 50s or maybe 60s, pumped up like Mr. Blobby, goes to the gym every day, worries about his carbs, worries about his this, that and the other to make his image even more predominant. Big wide shoulders, big wide bicep. You know, the typical American look at me kind of American, not the normal ones that you see just ambling around the place, enjoying the Philippines. This one's got everything to complain about. He's so pissed off that he built a house in a compound with the rest of her family and that it's fallen apart, the relationships with them, that he's now weighing up the possibilities seriously. If we are to believe he's being serious, he spent 6 million pesos building this 3-story house, only to have this wonderful idea. He thinks that a piggery is a great idea, a money spinner. Yeah? Well, you need licenses for those. You need permission from the barangay if it's in a residential area, which in most cases it won't be given. There are limits to how many pigs you can have around your property, even in a residential area. I believe it's only 2. But again, it's subject to the odours that come from the accommodation for the pigs. But this brainwave that he's had is to reconstruct his house, block out the windows, knock out the doors, hollow block them up, and turn each floor, except the top one, the first 2 levels, into a piggery. Very modern piggery, with lighting, aircon, you name it, it's got there. He's talking about cramming in maybe 10 pigs to a room. Where's he going to clean it out? Is he going to hose out the tiles? How is he going to do it? And why would he do it? He's clearly lost his marbles. Guys, I know that the Philippines can be a challenge to many of you, and especially Americans who are determined to recreate a little America here in the Philippines. Of course, if you have $10,000 a month coming in, I'm sure you can have a resemblance of American lifestyle. But for the majority who are on the ground, have got some common sense and a realization that money doesn't buy you love. It can buy you security. It can buy you peace of mind. But for an American guy to put himself out there and tell the rest of the world he's going to turn his residential house into a piggery, is clearly delusional, and he better stay in America, because if he can't walk away from what he thinks he made a mistake in doing, why can't he just leave the house for the family to live in? Why can't he rent it out? He can do all sorts of things, but to turn it into a piggery, I mean, goodness gracious me. What is he taking that he thinks that that's normal thinking to do? We don't need to look far for drama here in the Philippines, that's for sure. And some of you Americans, some of you, don't have any difficulty providing us with that drama. I got told off the other day for referring to the Russian as an American. Sorry, even if the government here refers to him as a Russian, he still has dual nationality, so therefore he is Russian and American, by his own admission. Guys, you all need to have a bit of chill out time. If you are that wrapped up in the anger and frustration of your life here in the Philippines, with the ideas that you're going to do irrational things, you are just drawing attention to yourself. And I'm only hopeful that he was joking, because if he really goes ahead and does that, he's going to make a laughing stock of not only himself, but the family for which he built the house for. Guys, grow up. Start behaving like adults. You don't all have to be squabbling little boys in Dumaguete. You don't have to be squabbling little boys having punch-ups in the street. And you don't all have to run around stealing motorbikes with your video pal recording you. Start being a responsible foreigner. My thought for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and maybe even consider contributing to the channel. Bye now.